Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Khairuddin bin Sada. Alright, the topic we are going to discuss today is official WhatsApp communication shouldn't be conducted after office hours. So that's the topic our group have choose for today. Alright, so we're gonna argue about the topic, right? Two of us will agree to the topic, and another two will be disagreed, and then we will come to the conclusion at the end. All right. Okay. So let me introduce our members here. All right. The handsome guy sitting next to me is Shan.
Hi.
And this is Effendi.
Hi.
He's a assistant manager for myself. All right, and we have Nuruddin as a general manager for our organization. And currently, I'm working as a network engineer in our organization. All right, and we have Shan here as a finance consultant. All right. So I leave it to Shan to argue about the topics. Shan?
Okay, Dean. Thank you, Dean. Actually, I agree to this topic, such as using WhatsApp after working hours. Okay, let's say like a situation like this, when we are work from morning to evening, 8 to 5. After that, we are drive back to our home. When we are drive back to home, we must have safely back to home. Let's say our bosses text us, Shan, where is the file? I can't open the file. The file is crashed. So when we are driving the car and then we did get a panic or think about that, it can cause accident. That is my
we
first.
can't focus, right?
Yeah, we can't focus. That is my first point.
So it can cause an accident.
Yeah, it can cause an accident. Or
I think nowadays also a lot of people, it's become a trend, right? We are trying to text while driving. We try to do multitasking, but eventually it's actually can cause accident.
Not safe. Not safe.
Yeah.
We always have to work safe in the office environment and then our side or everywhere. When we are driving or while we are driving or pure petrol something, we can't reply to them. So that's the thing. After office hours, our bosses or our managers can't text us or disturb us when we are driving and so on.
Yeah. Take note on that.
Okay. My second point is Okay, we move on. My second point is health conscious. While we are sleeping or on MC that day, our bosses WhatsApp us asking the files or where's the budget files or invoice. During night time, midnight, we are sleeping. They keep on texting us, and then when we are wake up, and then we have to respond to them. That can cause sleepless, or we can't concentrate on next day morning to the work. When we are coming to work, become late. That's the one of the things.
It can cause a stress, mental stress. We are not enough sleep, right? So we cannot concentrate in our work.
Yeah.
So it can indirectly cause our blood pressure go up.
Yeah.
So for those have a blood pressure, some health illness, right?
issue, yeah.
So it might be
one of the health reason. Okay, Herodin, that's my two things. I want to highlight over here. Boss, just noted.
So back to me, right? So my point is I'm still agree to the topic, our topic here. So same like Shan, right? Okay, so my point will be because after working hours we used to spend with our family members, right? We used to spend with our play with the kids or our wife, right? So or our parents, things like that. So it might be disturb those valuable timing we used to spend with our family members, because those time is really valuable for me lah, right? Or for, I guess, for everyone, right? So if let's say during the time we used to get a WhatsApp message or calls, right? WhatsApp calls from our boss or from our manager, right? To do certain tasks or to send or to troubleshoot. Me as a network engineer, I need to troubleshoot, right? So then it might be disturb those valuable timing, right? So we cannot spend time with our family members, or we cannot have our personal timing, right? Private timing, right? So that might be affect our family timing, I will say, right? So that's the first point. And second point, I would say, for the WhatsApp message, we need to operate the WhatsApp message on our mobile phone, right? We should have a smartphone, right? We like those days, we used to have a Nokia, just we text
without
with a
data.
Nokia, and then just receive call and make a call, right? So nowadays, the trend is we should have everyone should have WhatsApp or should have a smartphones, right? Like Samsung or Huawei, Apple, things like that, right? So then the WhatsApp can be operated from those smartphones. Plus, we should have a internet as well, internet connection on the mobile. We used to subscribe with a DG, Celcom, like a telco, Celcom, right? So Redtone, things like that. So it is actually cost to us as an individual, right? We need to subscribe to the postpaid plan, right? Then to certain plan, either you want to make a call, more calls, or more texting or data, right? So it depends on the package. So once we want to subscribe to those plans, we tied up to the contract or things like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's cost to us. Some companies, some organization, they offer mobile allowance to their staff, to ease the burden in terms of cost. But not majority of them don't actually entitled to those allowances, right? So it might be burden to them, right? So we need to subscribe our own data package or our own mobile phone, things like that, in order to operate WhatsApp, especially WhatsApp, because it's related to our topic, right? Not only WhatsApp, we used to have Facebook, Twitter, things like that. So that's the latest trend. So if let's say we want to stick to the current trend, we should have all those components in place, right? Smartphone, and then the mobile data or Wi-Fi, things like that. So that's actually cost to individual, right? So that's my point. 2 points from my side, right? So both of us, we actually support the topics what our today's topic, right? So and then I'll leave it to our bosses here. Talk about they are disagree to our today's topic. All right, so I'll leave it to them to argue about those points lah. All right.
Hello, hi everybody. I'm Nuruddin. I am the general manager. Today we have a discussion about WhatsApp application. Does it suitable for official communication? And the statement is official WhatsApp communication shouldn't be implemented after office hour. So I'm not agree with this statement, because I personally think that WhatsApp communication can bring a lot of good things. it's a common and it's trend today that people use smartphone and also the application. So I'm sure that many people nowadays enjoy and spend their time with the smartphone, and it's difficult to imagine everyday life without this messaging service. So the question now, why I'm not agree with this statement. So guys, wait and see. I'm at home now during my private and confidential time. So I like to texting my staff, Deans and Sean. So I like to text you using my smartphone and WhatsApp application. I text you regarding your increment and your bonus. I think you might be happy, right? I'm so excited to texting you right now. But you guys don't extremely happy while you driving. It may cause an accident. Hi everybody, I'm at home. This is all my children. I'm spending my time with them. This is my first child. This is the twin. Yeah, this one. So this is the number 2. This is the third one. So I playing with them at home, and I still can use WhatsApp to give any news or information to my clique, and regarding anything that happen or change in our company. So guys, my key point here is we people seldom use our smartphone for our personal matters in our life. So why don't we use this technology to our works? And I think it can bring a lot of good things. It can increase our effectiveness of productivity and performance in our works, because we can exchange information between our teams or beyond any other departments. So this particular useful to cooperate across location.
Okay, thank you, Sean and Dean.
Nuruddin.
As the assistant manager, and I think I agree about WhatsApp should not to use after office hour. I think we still need to use WhatsApp after office hour, because using WhatsApp and work can be done faster. Okay. Okay. I can tell you WhatsApp for you after office hour. I can get your project delivery then by today, or
The project status, or troubleshooting,
daily activity movement by today. So I totally disagree about WhatsApp should not to use after office hour. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, work can be done faster. But the thing is, it will be interrupt our daily,
Own time, our own time.
It might be interrupt our own time, So of course, once you requested as a manager, right? Of course, I need to deliver the file, or I need to update you. But if let's say that time, let's say I'm having a vacation with my family, right? So I cannot focus fully focused on the vacation time, right? So I need to interrupt my family vacation time, then I need to respond to you, right, immediately. If let's say you need the file immediately, so that will be troublesome for us now. You know, so that's a so-called drawback, I would say.
I think my opinion because I'm the boss here, right? So I don't want to interrupt your time, but sometimes I want to give some news regarding our companies, right? So I just text to our groups to let you get the information.
Deliver the information.
Yeah,
I think for the delivery information is okay, but when we are asking for anything for project or that, we have to respond to you something like you needed any file,
immediately, things like that.
So when we are in vacation mode, and then sometimes you're asking, and then we have to go through the files again. We don't know. We cannot refer. And then we cannot refer any hard copy files or anything on the time. So we just send the file. Might be wrong. So this cause business impact also.
So my intention just I need to give information to.
I think giving information. I think you can, compose an email and then send to everyone, right? It's not as urgent as the file we need to deliver, things like that. So if let's say it's less urgent, so you just HR, things like that, they can send us an email. It's a notification, right? So that one can be done. But send information through the WhatsApp. Yeah, it's delivered faster. But in case you need some file urgently, things like that, then during our vacation time, it might be interrupt our vacation mood lah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I understand it. WhatsApp kita need to WhatsApp not to totally more information. Just want to know your status, update status only. So WhatsApp you can take just for to get information or our project delivery status, not to more detail. If more detail, you can email or meeting at office
during office hours. Any other point?
Second point, WhatsApp need to use after office hour because for emergency response. If any response, any emergency happen at office or related work related issue
related to business.
So just take to all member in good. So information can get fast to know emergency. So boss not to tell everyone to tell about the emergency case or something. Just
emergency case like what? Any example for that?
Sometimes server down and midnight server down. Just take you to check just to.
Yeah, I mean, for example, server down, right? So definitely, we normally assign some engineer on standby, things like that, right? So that one we cannot do anything because it's their duty really, right? So they need to immediately respond.
We just standby, but they not at office.
Yeah, so maybe they can VPN to the office and then they can check the server. But if let's say it happens to the person not on standby, right? So their support they are supposed not on their daily routine standby job, right? So they are off duty. So if they say is suddenly you want them to open up their laptop and then VPN to the office, check on the server, so that will be troublesome. So if they say it's on duty, we all understand. If they say they are supposed off duty, and then they still need to troubleshoot, that's where I think the inconvenience comes in, right? So I mean, as a manager, I think you guys still need to understand that, right? So as a staff or employees, the difficulties. So I hope you guys understand on that. So that's the second point. Any other point you want to highlight?
Okay, for me, if there is any urgent situation, then like what do you guys remember last time? I think last year we got robbed. Then I WhatsApp to you all. Then you all bring this issue to.
Or I mean for the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get robbed on the night, right? So this.
Oh, you mean for joint troubleshooting?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean
that kind of emergency case, I think is we need to highlight lah, right? Okay, guys. I've done read this book, so this book is Boss Survival Guidance. So the success of the companies come from the employees. So you guys are our employees, then I think I agree with you lah, you guys, because I don't want to interrupt your personal life, and I think you guys got your point. So
at least we just want to highlight on our concern.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So I think it's a good argument among us. Yeah. So you want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay. After all the argument, right? Now we are at the final stage or end of the section. So whereby we'll come to the conclusion. So all of us actually agreed to our topics today, whereby I know it's actually officially we should not use WhatsApp after office hour to contact a staff or things like that, unless it's really emergency purpose, right? Like it's involving a person's life or property or company income, things like that, right?
Business.
So it's impact on business,
impact.
right? Business impact to the business, right? Then we can contact specific staff after office hour or their off days, right? So unless we shouldn't disturb staff's leisure time, right? So I think all of us agree to that, Mr. Jian and our boss, assistant manager, right? So all of us agree to that, and that's our conclusion for today, right? And last but not least, thank you to all at least spend time with us to listen to our argument for today. All right, sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Anything
you.
else you want to mention? All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.